Hello creatives, it is me, Lady Hell, and I am so excited that you have came to the Creative Space Academy, where I'm going to show you how to be a professional creator. All right, so here we go. Today we are going to learn how to use Cloudflare, Gmail, and GHL all together, okay? No more paying for Google Workspace to have a mail for support or a mail for orders or something like that, okay? I'm gonna show you how to create, you can, with Cloudflare, on the free plan, is absolutely free, you can create up to 200 different emails. So you can have different emails for different departments, and it all forwards straight to your Gmail where you normally check every day. Then you might say, okay, that's great, I can receive email, but can I send it? You absolutely can. And I'm going to show you the next 10 minutes. By the end of the 10 minutes, you'll know how to create a professional email and how to send it. The next other 10 minutes is really for Go High Level. So that's the part where we show you how to connect it to your Go High Level. Okay, so that's why the video is so long. But watch the whole thing. Send it to somebody that you're like, I can't figure out the email piece and how to do a custom email, how to receive it without having to pay, all this stuff like that. This is the right way, 2024, and you have come to the right spot, the Creative Space Academy. Also, in my description, if you like this video, just give us a like, leave a comment, let us know if you like it or not. You can also find a link to our free community called the First 5K, where we show you how to make your first 5K online. The cohort has absolutely been amazing. You hear me? We had a bunch of 5-figure launches the last cohort, and so in the spring, go ahead and get signed up today. I look forward to seeing you there in the spring. But let's get into it. All right, so you're gonna log into Cloudflare. You can log in with your Gmail, or you can just create an account. I already have an account, so since I have an account, it's gonna pop up and it's gonna ask me, hey, which one you want to use. I'm gonna say Crystal. Okay, so you can right here, you can use an existing one, and that's what I did. I used an existing domain that I have, and then I just told it to set it up. Okay, so then it's gonna say, hey, select the plan that you want to use, and I'm gonna select the free plan because that's all we need. Okay, from there, I'm gonna press continue. Once I have pressed continue, then I'm gonna need to, it's gonna do a quick scan of my domain name, and wherever is the name servers are pointed and all the records, it's going to bring all that stuff over as well. But what we need to do is we need to go and add Cloudflare's CNAME. Okay, and so once you have added Cloudflare's CNAMEs, as you see, all my records are over from wherever I need to do, but I'm going to turn these to DNS only. I don't want these proxied. Okay, so I'm going to turn all this stuff off because if you want stuff to work right, and you don't want, if you got your don't like, I got domains pointing to other different stuff. This is a domain that I'm just testing anyway, but it's all good. I want you to see it in real life. So if you already purchased a domain, but if you have not purchased a professional product domain, purchase it through here, and you don't have to, you don't have to go and change name servers and stuff. So right here, only thing you need to do is go over to your domain provider. Okay, I have my own domain purchasing services, and so I'm just gonna get those get the Cloudflare name servers, and so from there I'm just gonna go over to my provider, and I'm gonna put the name server one in there, and then it's like another one, whatever the other one is, and I'm gonna put that in there. Now it took about 10 minutes or so for it to propagate. It'll tell you like, oh, it's gonna take 24 hours, but in all actuality, it only took about 15 minutes. Okay, so at first it's gonna be like orange or something like that. Okay, so this is the way for if you have an existing one and you want to do it through Cloudflare. But if you don't, just go purchase the name, purchase the email. Purchase the domain name through Cloudflare. It's like $10, and everything will be set for there. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go into email. Okay, on the email, when you route it, you're gonna get that message, and then just put whatever the name you want to be. So on this one, I believe I put Lady Hell, and then the destination, I just put it to my Gmail where I want it to go. Okay, so once I put it to the Gmail where I want it to go, I created the Gmail. Okay, now that it's created, it's already been verified, but if yours not verified, it'll send a name to you and say, hey, you need to do this. Now it's going to tell me to configure my DNS, and it's going to say you need to delete these records right here before I can go on. So once I do that, I'm just going to go up, because as you see right now, it says still pending. but it's going to change to green a little later. But I'm going to go ahead and delete those records. So go over here. Once you go over here, you're going to go over there and basically delete these records because you don't need those records. Okay. It's going to tell you what you need, what you don't need. So you're going to say delete. Okay. That's just an SPF record. And I mean, not an SPF, but a text record that I don't need. And so I'm going to delete that. Now, once it deletes, it's going to tell you do that. And then I always turn on the DMARC records because if you send it directly, it'll prevent you kind of like from going in spam and stuff, right? So just turn it on. Okay. So once you have turned it on, you'll see those options right there. Okay. And now, as you see, both the emails are still in green and it still give me that warning, and that's because my DNS hadn't propagated over yet. But again, it took like about 10 minutes or so, and then next thing you know, once it was propagated, we got the active sign, and now Cloudflare is controlling our domain name, and we've already set up the thing. Okay, so there you go. You got an email that said, hey, your DNS has propagated over. Now Cloudflare is active. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to go into first we need to go to Google. Once we go to Google, you're gonna put manage, click on the manage button, and then in the search in part, you're gonna type app, and then you're gonna put where it says app password. Then it's gonna verify that you are who you say you are. Now, once it has verified who you are and who it say you are, right here, I just put Cloudflare email. Okay. Then once you press create, because you're creating an app, okay, it's gonna pop up this password. And so once the password pop up, just keep that open. Okay. And then you're going to copy that. Then you're going to go back over to Gmail. And you're going to click on the settings. Okay. And then once you click on settings, you're going to scroll down to where it says send mail as. And then whatever your company name is, you're going to put right there. Okay. Whatever the email that you put in Cloudflare, okay, you're going to put it right there. And then you're going to say next step. Once you press next step, you're going to put smtp.gmail.com. Right here is where you put your regular Gmail, but don't put at gmail.com. So mine is crystal.hale07. That's the only thing I need to put. And then the password is that app password. And there you go. And then once you do that, it's going to send you an email to your email. Okay. And you're going to see it say from the Gmail team, blah, blah, blah. You click that. Once you've clicked that, you're just going to click on that confirm button. So that's letting you know now you are receiving. Now you can send email. I can send email as ladyhell at csamasters.com. Okay, that was very very simple. All right, and so now what I did, I logged into another email and I sent it to ladyhell at csamasters.com just to test it out to make sure that everything was working. And guess what? Everything was working. So I was like, hey girl, hopefully we did this right. Let's see. Right. And so once it was like, hey, hopefully we did this right. Let's see. Woo, woo, woo. Then I sent it. Okay. And then once I sent it from my other email, I wanted to make sure that I was receiving mail as ladyhell at csamasters.com. So I went back to my email and there, I need to press for like refresh or something. Is that what I needed to do? Yep, that's what I need to do. And so when I did that, okay, yay, I got a message. And it came from my other email. Okay. And it's to ladyhell at csamasters.com. And guess where it came to? Straight to my email. Okay. So now I'm going to reply just to make sure that when I send back, I'm sending back as ladyhell at ladyhell at csamasters.com. And so when I go and I send it back, guess what? It sends back. Well, hold on. Well, let me send it. I don't know what I put. Don't y'all love it when we do voiceovers? Because I don't remember what I did. All right. So when I sent it, I went to the other email, and there we go. Hey, Lady Hell, YouTube, da da da, and then woohoo, got it. Right. So literally, we got everything, and yeah, I'm so excited, guys. So now we can send and receive email as ourselves, professional email, without having to buy an email service. So if you watch the first half of this video, that's really how you make a custom domain for, I mean, not a custom domain, but a custom free mail for absolutely free using Gmail and Cloudflare. Cloudflare is absolutely free. Gmail is absolutely free. So why not do your own thing and guess what? Be successful. Okay. All right. So now on to part two. Part two, now we're going to connect our GHL to our custom email. Okay. So let's go. All right. So now here we are in our GoHighLevel thing. And so what we're going to do first is that I'm going to go ahead and put the our branded email here. Okay. So when you go and you get everything set up, I'm just going to do like our.csa pros or something like that, whatever I'm going to do, my.csa pros. Now, since the domain is hosted on Cloudflare, like normally we would do this manually. I would tell you to do this manually. But however, what you can do, because if I go verify records, you're going to see it like it's not there right now. Okay. But what we're going to do is that we're going to go in, and because we're connected to the Cloudflare, guess what, guys? You don't have to sit up here and do this manually. Okay. Only thing you would have to do now is just go through the configurator, and it configures it for you. So when we go to add domain, I'm just going to say continue. Okay. So when you, and I did that just to really show you how this is absolutely awesome. You don't have to manually add something. And then we're going to say authorize the domain. And so we're going to say authorize domain because the Elite connector is connected to there. Okay. And it's going to say, hey, we're putting my in there. Then it's going to add it. All right. Once it added, it's going to verify it, etc. And then it's going to be on the platform right there. And as you see, it's verifying, it's doing what it needs to do, and it's going to verify that all the records are there. And then of course, bam, there you go. Okay. So if you have like an agency one, it's going to ask for the agency, blah, blah, blah. You do the same thing. All right. So now it's time to do our mail. So I need to make one that's like mail, or I think I had already had one that said mail. So I think I did like mail CSA, like CSA mail or something like that. See, what did I put in there? Yeah, I put CSA mail dot what's that web thing I use? CSA mail or mail CSA dot csamasters.com. And then from there, I just go to add and verify. All right. So once we add it, I'm going to go through and set it up, and then do the automatic configurator because now we don't have to go in and do the thing. And so it's going to load up there, and it's going to say, hey, you need to add these records. You're going to authorize it. And then once you authorize it, give it a second, because at first I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute, what? What did it mean? It didn't do that. So I was like, okay, well, let me go manually do it. But however, when I went over to Cloudflare and I like manually did it, it was already over there. So I just did it again, right? Because sometimes the records, once they update, they just have to propagate. And so a back in the gap propagation would would take would be anywhere from like 24 to 48 hours or whatever. And then it wouldn't be there. It's a confirmed deletion of DNS record. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. And then I had to confirm, so I don't know what I had to do, but I had to confirm something. But once I did it, it like did what it's supposed to do. So that was the cool thing. And that last record, I believe it added it as that TXT record or something like that. But anyway, so I went through again, and I'm like, oh man, I was like, yo, what am I doing? And I started adding a record, and it was like it's already in there. And just remember, when you do add like tech the records and stuff, you need to turn off the proxy and make sure it says like DNS only. So then I went and I was like, okay, well, let me go add this manually. So you just needed to wait like about 5 minutes so everything could propagate. And what I was doing, because I was like,
why is this not working or whatever? And I'm showing you things that would already come. And then when I added the record, it was like, hey, this is already in here. And I was like, oh, it got to propagate. And so once I realized, oh snaps, it got to propagate, I just went to go verify it again because it already told me that the record exists, right? And so now, since the record exists, now it's talking to each other, and then it began to issue out like the SSL. So once we got the domain together, we have to set the headers, okay? And I'm like, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, that came up again, like, what? Whatever. And then I think I just clicked verify again or something. Yeah. Because it's theirs, but it just got to verify. Okay, bam. Did that, verified, records match. Okay. So then from there, I just go in where it says set headers. I went ahead and clicked on that. So once I clicked on that, I put who it's from. So it'll be Lady Hell if it's from Lady Hell. Then Lady Hell is CSA Pros, and I think I went back and changed it because it needs to say like support or orders because the header is what when it goes out. But of course, you go into your domain configuration on there, and then you put everything as that particular domain because when it goes out from the system, it's going to say whatever the email address via mail.csamasters mail.csamasters.com. Okay, and then from there you're good. And so then I head over into the system, and once I head over to the system, I'm like, okay, because this is a blank account, I'm like, well, let me test it to make sure that I'm receiving mail as me, and I'm receiving it from my GHL integration. Okay, so you know I added a new contact. I just added myself as the contact. So if y'all want to email me at crystal.hill07@gmail.com, you can. All right, I'll answer sometimes. But if I don't know you, I'll be like, I don't know who that is. And so from there, obviously, I don't have a number connected to this, and I guess I'll do an ATP for this particular thing. But I sent the email to myself from there, and it's like Lady Hell GHL test. Hey, Lady Hell, just making sure that you can receive this message here. Okay, so it's going to come from mail.csa.com. Okay, and then I'm gonna just say CN. Oh, I think I went in. That's when I went in. I was like, oh snaps, let me change the header, right? And so from there, I just create a space, create a space, uh, create a space, bros. And then I changed it to I don't want it coming from Lady Hell. I want it coming from support. And I've already created a support over there in
All right, so now we just need to add one more SPS record that doesn't add automatically. So when you go back over to your domain, we're gonna add a text record over here in Cloudflare, okay? And I didn't know what it was. So when you go over there, that text record, it'll be down there on the bottom. So this is what prevents your mail from going to spam. But you have to manually add that. So you add the text record, then you come back over, then you add the DM, then DMR, blah blah blah, and then you get that, and then you go over there and then you press enter, you paste that in, and then you press save. Okay. Now we're going to verify the domain to make sure that everything is everything. And so when I go back over into our GHL connection over there, I'm just going to say verify, and now I should verify that the record has been there, which the record, and if I go back and click on it and click on the three dots, verify domain, guess what? The record is there. Okay. So now I'm just going to go over here. I'm going to create a new name. Because originally when I sent it and I did not have that there, the email went to the spam box. But however, when I went and added the record and I sent a new email, it went directly to the inbox. Okay? And that's what we want our records to go, our emails to go. We want them to go directly into the inbox. But you have to make sure that you have all the records, all the records there. So I'm just gonna press save. Now, once I press save, I'm just gonna come over here and I'm gonna like, thank you for your interest. Make sure when you're doing your subject lines that your subject line does not sound like spammy stuff, right? just common spam stuff. Go online, look up common spam stuff or whatever. I might make a document that says common spam stuff to avoid, common spam titles to avoid. Like, hey, thank you for your interest, sir. Whatever. And then I wrote the email. Hello, Ernest. This is the GHL test. Blah 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 blah. I wrote that and then I sent it. Okay. So then I sent it. I had to wait a second. That's the way it worked. So anyway, so when I send a message and directly hit the inbox, there you go. Thank you for your interest. And I responded back just to make sure that I could receive the mail back as well. And I believe I was able to, and I came over here. I looked through there and I was able to receive the message back. So now I'm able to send my message as my custom name inside of GHL. Okay. So just be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. Until next time, see you soon. But watch the whole thing. Send it to somebody that you're like, I can't figure out the email piece and how to do a custom email, how to receive it without having to pay, all this stuff like that. This is the right way, 2024, and you have come to the right spot, the Creative Space Academy. Also, in my description, if you like this video, just give us a like, leave a comment, let us know if you like it or not. You can also find a link to our free community called the First 5K, where we show you how to make your first 5K online. The cohort has absolutely been amazing. You hear me? We had a bunch of 5-figure lunches the last cohort, and so in the spring, go ahead and get signed up today. I look forward to seeing you there in the spring. But let's get into it.